Today's question is regarding a DIY canister filter. I've gotten a lot of questions regarding canister filters or DIY canister filters through the years, and I always tell people the same thing: don't do it, because it's I hate to kill your dreams on creating a cool canister filter, but they're extremely dangerous in a sense of like something going wrong. Problematic is the word, because essentially you're putting a it's common for people to build them out of a 5-gallon bucket, and you have it sitting on the floor next to your tank, and you're trying to figure out everything perfectly with gravity and pond pumps, usually because you want to use the biggest pump possible, of course, because you want to push as many gallons per hour as possible, because that's the most badass way to do it, to filter the most water. And with all those variables, it becomes extremely problematic for something to go completely wrong. I just love how I'm just letting my daughter just chew on this huge piece of media foam. This is when mom walks in and scratches her head. But anyhow, DIY canisters, extremely problematic for things to go wrong. I've actually had people message me, yeah, I got this idea, I have the overflow set up correctly, it's awesome, I'm pumping this much water, and then I get another email a month later, yeah, half my tank's laying on the floor, and I flooded everything. I will never touch DIY canisters again. I'm telling you folks, they're scary because the pump, things can go south very quickly, and I've actually had it happen to me. If you're looking into doing, chances are you're looking into doing like a DIY filter. What you should do is a overhead sump. Like get one of those planters, the square planters. I know DIY Joey has a bunch of videos on the overhead sump, and it's just a lot safer because when it's overhead, the chances of flooding is extremely, you can keep the water level low enough to where that entire overhead basket essentially can overflow into the tank and nothing goes south or nothing goes wrong. But yeah, I'm totally for doing DIY filters, but I'm super pro on keeping them above the tank now, because overheads are so much, and you can use gravity a lot easier because you can just have a simple overflow pour right into the tank essentially, and it's super easy. So without further ado, I'm just trying to think what else I can say. DIY canisters and big pumps, like they're scary, man. Like people always talk to me about sumps and stuff, and I always get super worried because I've heard so many horror stories of people things going wrong. All I can say is try to have your overflow to where the water, the water level can only allow for so much tank water to exit the tank. A lot of people forget that, and they have some fancy overflow. I know there's a million designs. If you're looking for some cool biomedia or mechanical filtration padding, this is a foam pad you can get on Amazon. I just did a previous video on like a DIY filter padding. This is my go-to. You can buy... Jeez, okay, you can have it back, dude. Here. Yeah. But yeah, it's like $10 for a 32 by 32 sheet, and it's 2 inches thick, so... But yeah, I think it's about getting nap time. DIY canister filters are sketchy, and they're not getting my approval today. So, I know I sound like a grandma. It's a super cool idea, but do an overhead sump, a lot safer. That's a wrap. Avery's getting crabby.